Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to take a minute today to talk about why I chose to align myself with NCI versus any of the other certification companies out there, because there are a lot of them. So, why did I choose to align with NCI, the Nutritional Coaching Institute? Well, let's see. I went through another certification, a few other certifications actually, before I found NCI. I love NCI so much. I am literally always talking about NCI and the community that comes along with that to literally everyone I know. So I guess I'll start at the beginning. I heard about NCI on Mind Pump back in maybe like 2021. And I knew that coaching mastery was exactly what I needed to grow my coaching business, but I wasn't really in a place yet to invest. And so I didn't. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then fast forward to 2023, I had been trying to grow said coaching business for like 2 years and really just floundering. I did the business accelerator course that they give you once you finish the NASM personal training certification. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I did that. I had hired a couple of like kind of one-off business coaches over those years. They were fine. I learned some things, but it wasn't really what I needed. It was just like little bits of information, right? Probably something that I could have Googled. And so when I finally realized that I needed some support, I needed to invest in a business coach because I have no background in business and I had no idea what I was doing. I turned to NCI and I got all the info for coaching mastery and I worked for a full year to be able to afford to get into it because at that time in my life, I was not in a position to invest in myself. But I believe fully in the power of mentorship and I understand the power of a good investment like that. And so I worked really hard for a year to be able to afford to get into coaching mastery. And let me tell you that those are the best dollars that I've ever spent. I don't regret a single penny that I've ever spent with them. And every single time that I am on a call with somebody from NCI, any single time I am in the room with somebody from NCI, I know that when I leave, I'm a better person, I'm a better coach, and I'm a better business owner because of it. And regardless of what the topic of conversation is, I know that I'm going to be one step closer to my goals whenever I leave the room with somebody from NCI because I get such massive amounts of clarity from every single conversation that I have. So for me, I came into coaching mastery in March of 2024. And I went through this was back when they still did the cohorts. I went through the foundations cohort with Josh, and then I went through the accelerator cohort with Tyler. And both parts of that were great. The foundations were really good for helping me to kind of fill in the gaps that I had missed when I had started my business on my own. But and that was great. And then moving into the accelerator program with Tyler is really what just absolutely skyrocketed my growth, both as a coach and as a business owner, and honestly as a person. It really was just the exact amount of support and just accountability that I needed. I think that the way that everything is laid out in Mastery is so stupid easy to follow. They give you systems that you can actually implement. It's not just a bunch of like, it's not just a bunch of like talk, right? It's not just a bunch of knowledge. It is actually things that you can implement to make money in your business and to grow your business and to scale your business, which is important. And so I went through coaching mastery this last year. And then I also did the nutrition coaching level 1 certification. That was amazing. I have previously done another coaching cert, a nutrition coaching cert, and it was fine. I learned, I learned enough to get by for a couple of years as a coach, but the level 1 course was just so much more in depth, so much easier to follow. And again, giving you that actually applicable strategy so that you can take what you're learning and coach people with it, because that's the piece that most other certifications are missing, at least in my experience. And so that was amazing for me. And I'm currently taking L2, loving the support calls with Alan, getting to learn so many things there. But my favorite thing about NCI is the community. It's really a special place. Both the team and the other coaches, we really have something that I think is really quite special, and it's just so supportive. And I think I don't know what I would do without them. That genuinely, I don't know what I would do without them. In this last year, I went from Well, let me tell you this. I was working all of last year, I was working a part-time job, as well as building my coaching business. And then I took a leap of faith and decided to go all in on myself in January. And so I quit that coaching job in December of last year. And since then, I have more than doubled the revenue that I made last year. And it's just the beginning of June. So in Q1 of 2025, I brought in more revenue in Habit Flow than I brought in all of 2024. And I already in Q2 so far have done that again. So that's pretty freaking cool. I'm pretty excited about that. And the cool thing about it is that I can actually see and understand where that growth is coming from in my business. I actually feel like I'm running a business now versus just like running a business, question mark, right? And so to be able to actually see and have the strategies and understand how to grow and scale my business is invaluable. And NCI, I wouldn't have been able to do that without NCI and without the team. If you're somebody who's considering joining NCI, I would say absolutely, first of all, do it. And when you do it, you have to show up. You have to actually like lean into the community, show up to the support calls, go through the modules, look at it as an academic course that you're paying for because it is. And so you don't want to throw your money away by not going to class, right? And one thing that stands out about NCI against every other certification company, but against most businesses, and honestly, just so many people in general, the motto of NCI, impact over everything, is something that rings true to the very core. And every single person is so not only willing, but happy and excited to help you reach your goals that it's truly, in my opinion, it's impossible to fail. The only way that you come into this community and you don't reach the targets that you set for yourself is if you don't show up for yourself. And so if you're willing to put in the work, then this is the place to be because you'll get everything that you need. I love Jason. I love the team. I wouldn't be able to, I don't know what I would do without them. The generosity, the kindness, the genuine caring, and the camaraderie between our team is just our team, I say, as if I'm part of the team. But that's how I feel, right? Like we are all kind of like one big team. And as an ambassador, which is a title that I am really proud to hold, by the way, NCI is a company that I believe in, that I support wholeheartedly, and I'm happy to put that behind my name. I'm excited to put that behind my name. And so, yeah, my experience with NCI from the very beginning truly has just been incredible. I wouldn't change it for the world.